Hey everybody, Mickey N2MC here. Today we're going to do a video about, boom, the ARRL Field Day 2020. More specifically, we'll be doing the Warren County Radio Club Field Day 2020. As you can see here, this is our setup. We were activated as Whiskey 2 Charlie, special event, Whiskey 2 Charlie. We had 5 stations, so we were 5 Alpha in Eastern New York. Maybe you guys worked us, who knows? And we'll get on with the pictures here. We had 5 stations, as you can see. We also had to get on the air station. We had a VHF station. We had a nice food tent up there run by Tony. And not to mention the porta potties right there, centrally located, as they should be. Bill, our generous landowner who let us use his land, did not let us use his tower. Of course, we couldn't have, or else we wouldn't have been able to operate 5A. Over here, we have generators. Every station either ran off from generator power or battery power. And of course, like I said before, there is our porta potty. Rented for the weekend. It worked out pretty well. There weren't really that many of us, so it was okay. The week before, we went up and we scoped out all the nice fields to operate in. Figured out where everybody was going to be, so we did do a few scoping out there. In the middle here is NY2SL. This is Steve, our field day coordinator, and he's figuring out where everybody's going to go. Morning of field day, we put up some signs by the road, pointing the way up into the driveway. And here we are at our first station. This is what you would see when you first drove up. Nice welcome sign. And here we go at the Get on the Air station. This is Frank, Cindy, Debbie. They helped run the Get on the Air station and our public info station, our public info booth, let's call it, even though we didn't really get too much public there. Behind them in the trailer was our digital station. So that was station, we'll call it number 1. Here's Mike. He stopped by, checked out the Get on the Air station. Up the road a little bit was another station, another HF station, off center Wyndham there. Here's Paul and Mike, and Paul and Pete operating off the big radio. That's a beautiful radio there. They rocked out a lot of stations. Here's myself and Ron setting up an antenna, and myself and my son, Alex, putting up an antenna. This is a 135-foot end fed, half-wave end fed. This is my station. It's my little trailer. So inside the trailer we had a station, and inside the tent we had a station. We ran 2 stations out of this one spot. 2 different antennas. We also had another end fed going the opposite direction. And of course, a nice Honda generator to power it all. Ron tapping out some CW with my daughter Gabby and my other daughter Jenny. Here's Jenny, N2DOG, getting ready to make her contact. You get extra points if the kids make contacts. And here's Gabby. She actually did more than just one. She did a few. Gabby's call is KD2, GAB. This is Chris and Gabby. Chris is our safety officer. Here's inside the trailer. ICOM 7410. My lovely wife, Meredith, making some contacts. Her call is N2MOM. Here she is helping Bill and the other Bill make some CW contacts. She was just logging. Of course, all of our computers were logged together, hooked together by some mesh nodes, running on the N3FJP software. The mesh nodes were running the broadband Hamnet software. There's Gabby deep into her book. Oh, here we are, worshiping our field day coordinator. All right, here's Jenny and Bernie getting ready to fly the drone. And we have up here Frank. Frank's doing our educational activity. He showed us how to make a ladder line J-pole, 2-meter J-pole. And he also showed us how to stick our fingers in some shrink tubing. Like One of those Chinese puzzles. Up the hill is our VHF station with a 2-element buddy pole 6-meter beam and a 6-meter or a 2-meter and 440 beams. We have Chris and Ernie. They made all kinds of good contacts. And here's the safety officer showing them the importance of properly storing your gas. Up the road, we have Tina. She's operating 20 meters, I believe. And here's Gary making some contacts. They're up on the hill. He had used his big pocket truck to hold up his antenna. And Gary worked totally on battery power. Here's Tony. Tony is our field day food committee, along with, right there in the middle is Fred. So Tony and Fred fed us all weekend long, and we ate very well. And here's Tony posing next to Tino with his new coffee pot. You always have to have a nice coffee pot. And don't look in the background there, but it looks like Steve's picking out on a nice sandwich. Let's see, the point totals. They came out pretty good. I think we did a little over 1,200 contacts. We got most of the states, most of the sections, and yeah, everybody had fun. We got 364 CW. The phone guys pretty much doubled the CW guys, and we got 161 on digital. So that was pretty fun. And that's about it. If you want to check more about the Warren County Radio Club, check us out, w2wcr.org. Thanks for watching.